How are you, JRP?
I'm good, thanks.
Are you ready to start the run?
Yep, just 1 second. Oh wait, I need to do this quick. Give me a sec.
Are you good to go?
Yep, I'm ready. Since move this bottle over here. There we go. What? Sorry, cables are caught under the chair. Alright.
Alright, let's get this show on the road. Give us the countdown.
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 4, 2, 1, go. Hello. This is 0%. And the goal of 0% is to not pick up any item expansion. Now, we'll be using a technique to zip through the wall to skip one of the missile tanks. If you've seen this category before, you would have seen like a shine spark method, which has 7 frames of leeway and is really difficult to pull off. Ooh, nice. That's the beginning climb.
Very nice climb right there.
It's everyone's favorite reset point.
So the beginning of this run or about the first half, is going to look a lot like the any percent run that we saw earlier from Mickey. It's only later in the run that it starts really picking up and strats start changing pretty drastically, and the boss fights get really interesting.
Now normally I would do any percent strats in this, but because it's a marathon, I'm gonna take some things a lot slower and safer. Because you get like 20 E-tags in this game, the way they compensated for that was to buff the enemies. So enemies on average deal like 60 damage, 40 damage. So that's what the difficulty of this category is, just not dying. That's basically it.
Several enemies can kill you in 1 or 2 hits, so you really have to be on top of your game here.
Fish are stronger than Nightmare. Fun fact.
The redfish?
Yep.
You heard it here first.
They do enormous
Nightmare is a win.
Now for safety, I'm gonna save at the beginning of each sector. I don't need to, but I like to just have the peace of mind that if something does go wrong, I don't lose like 10 minutes. Because otherwise I'll normally do 3 saves. But I really want to finish, so we're gonna save at every sector. Well, Sector 1 doesn't sound too bad, but like you can get one very rare pattern, which of space pirates, which could just kill you straight away. So that's why I'm saving at every sector, just for like the off chance I do die.
So we're picking up missiles now. These 10 missiles are the same 10 missiles that we're going to be using throughout the whole game. And you will notice that we are using the English version because of a clip that we need to do to get past one of the missile expansions.
Yeah, it was
And
fixed.
that can only be done on the English version because they patched it out on the Japanese and Chinese versions.
They patched out a lot of like weird stuff, like SX you can't make it jump out of bounds, and they fixed the game crash, which we found like over a decade later. Like they somehow found it. It's amazing that they found it.
Is that the game crash with box?
Yeah, what they did was they delayed the sound. So I think it restarts the music routine. Oops. Everyone's favorite thing about this game is the idols. Everyone's favorite enemy. Sorry, I forgot the E-tank. I'm joking.
Better go back and get it.
Wow.
So the Arachnus fight is pretty standard, except for the fact that you have to save a lot of your missiles. You're just using beam shots a lot. It's not that much slower than using only missiles and grabbing the extra expansions.
That was a really good fight because you want him to keep swiping at you because you can keep hitting him. And he did it like 3 times. Which makes up for all the time I just lost at the idols.
Instead of swiping, Arachnus does have the chance to roll on the ground, and that wastes a lot of time. Because you can't hit him when he's rolling.
Yeah, he didn't roll once, which was really nice.
Which is very surprising for a fight that long.
Now we're off to Sector 1. So to me, everything before Sector 2 is purgatory. So like, that's like where you reset the most. So once you get past Sector 1, it feels amazing. Also, I'm gonna shoot this door.
Yeah, RNG is probably the most dense in the first couple of sectors, just because you don't have charge beam and you have the most RNG intensive bosses, one right after the other pretty much, until you get later in the phase.
So yeah, even though like I opened the door, SX will just still shoot it open, like destroy the door. It hates doors.
Just wants to prove a point.
So Sector 1 has 5 stabilizers, and we need to destroy them all. Yeah, here's the first save. I don't normally save, but it's just a precaution. Because there's one room I'm particularly scared of going very wrong.
Really, anything can happen in 0%, and one thing can lead to another, and you're dead very quickly.
So, funny thing about this room is, you see how it flashes red? Well, if you kill it fast enough, it won't flash again. And if you waste time, it will flash again. So, you want to kill the stabilizers as fast as possible. Now, interestingly, the doors will always open at the same time. It will always open at the same time. So if you miss so if it flashes red again, it doesn't matter how long you take to kill before it flashes a third time, the door will always open at the same time. Oh, and the key thing for Sector 1 is you want full health. Full health is guaranteed missile drops. And exactly what you want.
There goes all my commentary for this sector.
Sorry, Scotty.
You're good.
Talk about doubles.
About doubles. Okay, so coming up, we have the eye doors and the Corex. What we want to do there is hit 2 missiles on the same frame. And to do that, we have to shoot 1 missile and then gain momentum in the direction that we want to shoot. And then shoot again as we're moving to get another missile in. So, because we want them to overlap before they hit the door, or as they're hitting the door, rather. It's a pretty tight set of inputs, but it's consistent once you know how to do it.
There we go.
Don't prove me wrong. Thank you.
Idols are not being nice.
So JRP is positioning himself here above the Corex, both so that it doesn't come up to hit him, and also so that he can shoot 2 missiles down at it.
I got the first one, but I missed the second.
Yeah, one double there.
That double, for me, is just like, it's random if I'm consistent at it. Some days I'm good at it, some days I can't get it.
Getting 1 double there, I'd say, is pretty standard.
Now we have the charge beam, which is the most overpowered thing in this game. You'll be seeing it a lot. There's a swag strat I do there where I jump up, press up, and fire my charge shot in the missile really quickly.
Why is that swag strat? That's what
Because
everyone does.
No, because the way I do it is extremely...
That's how everyone does it.
Now everyone stands underneath it.
You jump up, trying to hit the flare, and then you shoot a missile right afterwards.
Yeah, it's the swag strat though. There's way easy ways of doing it, but
I disagree.
I mean, like I said before, it doesn't really matter as long as you kill it fast enough. The door opens anyway. There's like no real way of doing that room. Just do it in a way that kills it fast enough.
The only real way to do that room is the Condoom strat, where you damage boost into it and shoot it from the inside. That's the man's way of doing that room.
Hey, text. Everyone loves that, right? Any objections, lady?
Can we get some love for the lore?
Can I get some any objections, lady, in the chat, please? So now we're off to Sector 2. You can explain Sector 2.
So everything in Sector 2 hits like a truck. Pretty much 3 hits and you're dead, I believe.
Yep. Pretty much.
So JRP is going to be utilizing charge beam and missiles a lot to kill things right in front of him without stopping. It's pretty tight, but it's necessary to save time. But if you miss anything, then you're pretty much guaranteed to take a hit. I'd say this is a pretty big choke point for newer runners.
Yeah, I definitely struggled a bit when I started. Especially like the randomness of where the red Zoros move, these guys. Yeah, just for you, Scotty. Oh god.
And you missed it.
I failed the easy strat.
Thank you for trying.
At least I tried.
You'll learn it eventually.
Do not kill these Zoros.
These are not good patterns. Did you get the bad? Yeah, you got the bad pattern on both Zor.
I did, and I missed the charge shots. But you saw that took a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's 45 damage per hit from a Zoro.
A bit of trivia, this version has a phenomenon where if you land sometimes, your arm cannon gets stuck, aiming in a direction. And that can really make some mistakes happen. If you're trying to like shoot
I believe
straight.
it's not when you land, it's when like Samus's state changes. Because I've gotten it to happen in other conditions. You know, purposely trying to get that to happen.
Slow pattern. So that red Zoro could be either on the left or the right. You want it on the left.
These couple of rooms right after bombs are really annoying for RNG. And if you don't read it fast enough, it's not fun.
I ran out of missiles. I'm surprised that bomb still worked.
That was a really high bomb.
So that's what I hate about bombs. Bombs can be a million meters in the air and still break the block, but on its side, it has to be right next to it.
It looks like they have a pretty decently sized radius, but in reality it's probably half the size of what it shows.
Now, before you ask, no, I'm not doing SAX skip because it
Come
has a hard...
on. At least just save before and then do it.
Alright, I will save and try it. I haven't
yes.
practiced it in a while.
But it's totally free and you know it. Consistent setups. Alright, so this is one of the larger RNG sources in the run. He can give you... Wow, 0 jumps there. He can give you between 3 and 12 jumps where he doesn't show his weak spot. And each jump is probably like a second of time lost. Maybe second and a half.
5 jumps is not bad.
Yeah, that was pretty good RNG right there. Anyone would be happy to have that in a run. And a very nice double-double. Unfortunately, no sweet spot.
Yeah.
So if you kill the core in a specific position relative to where it will be able to be picked up, then it'll go there straight away without wandering around that spot for a moment. And you can pick it up immediately. It's a very nice time save.
I'm going for it. So be quiet for a sec. I got it. I got it.
Ooh, that was tight, but good job. I told you it was easy.
So that's the only strat I'm actually comfortable doing, because I can line myself up perfectly. That's SAX skip. It saves 8 seconds. And the problem with it though is touching SAX does 300 damage or something. Was it 300 or 600? I don't remember.
I think it's 500.
better.
Anyway, it's some ridiculous amount, way past the 99 health that we have right now. So regardless, don't touch the sacks.
It's definitely not marathon safe. Like, SA skip is not...
However, you can get frozen by the sacks because it'll set you down to 1 health.
Yeah, but you can still get out if you get frozen, but it depends. If you get frozen too close, you're dead. Because there's no way you can move out of the way from it shooting a super.
But if you're far enough away, you can either just walk out of the room or jump over the super that he shoots.
Sector 4 now. This is where we get the speed booster.
Sector 4 also continues the trend of things hitting hard. The fish do about 74 damage, I believe, 75. But luckily we won't be seeing any fish. Hopefully.
The fish come later. The fish is like the main course. No, Nightmare's the main course and the fish is dessert.
Oh yeah, they can. I forgot about lower sector 4. Yes.
I forgot. Oh, don't worry. Oh, I died. I forgot to save.
Ah.
Nah.
Just do sack skip again.
Ooh, what that almost didn't work. Okay, we're fine. The way I shot
There's
that
some
crab.
really nice use of the charge beam and the pseudo screw attack, where you charge a beam and spin jump, and you'll damage an enemy as you spin jump through it. This room is pretty dangerous, as some enemies like to stack on top of each other.
Yeah, just like that.
Knock you down.
If I didn't get a bad pattern there, I would have been able to kill both of them straight away, but because they were right next to each other, or inside each other, I had to wait.
That was a good idea to play it safe.
Ceres is dead in the temple there.
Ah, cool. Looks like we can just run in and grab the speed booster.
1, 2. That.
2 beams.
What is Ceres gonna do today? Okay.
So 2 well-placed charge beams will take down Ceres. Shoot him right in the face, and he will die.
And that was Ceres. Ceres only has 50 health, and a full charge shot does 26. So 26 plus 26. 2.
So you can do a nice low height shine spark there from mashing A underneath that lip. You'll get into that 2 block high spark. We have a run killer right here. If you don't store the shine spark on the pump control pad, then there is a chance that you will not be able to make it out, and you'll either have to jump over the missile tank that's below it, or restart from the save.
What? I think I pressed up. Ooh, quick spawn. So that enemy sometimes just takes 10 years to spawn, and you have to kill it to unlock the door.
It depends on the frame that you kill it.
Generally, you kill it as soon as you enter the room, as fast as possible, you get the good one.
I tend to do right after. If I do it right when, to get a slower spawn.
The swag strat there is to store a shine spark, because when you run off a platform with speed booster and the first frame you land, you can store a shine spark. You press down on that frame. And as you can tell, that's pretty difficult because this game runs at 60 frames a second.
We might be seeing that in the next sector.
With the painted and pause buffer. It's I call the strat the pause buffer that annoys Scotty.
All pause buffers annoy me.
Well, that's really the only one I do now. I don't do any more. Well, except for series. Because when he does bad patterns, pausing gives me some time to like see what he's doing and react.
Mm-hmm.
See, the only reason I do it here is if you fail it, you lose like 5 or 6 seconds to go all the way around.
Well, if you fail it the bad way.
Oh yeah, I have to save.
Oh yeah, you definitely...
You don't want to skip this save. Bad idea. Unless you want to see about 10 minutes again. Oh, what am I doing? Fuck, this is Meltdown.
You didn't even do it.
Like, his Meltdown, I spin jump down.
Come on. Oh, coming up in just a minute is the infamous bop skip, where we will flip out of bounds briefly to go around a missile pack that normally you would have to go straight through, or do a very tight shine spark to go around, which JRP will not be attempting.
I tried it once, and after 8 hours I gave up.
It is very, very tight.
That should give you an idea of like how hard it is. I couldn't do it. I got as close as to jumping down to do the shine spark, and that's it.
I could do it.
That's it.
Lame. You should... Did you take a look at my my strat to get your head stuck in the block?
No.
And then do the spin jump to get around?
Nah.
Because I find that very, very consistent.
Well, so that...
no spark.
So those are the many ways of failing it. You could jump into it. You could fail the bomb jump over it.
Oh gosh, the bomb jump. Right when you think you have it.
Well, originally we just springboard jump over it, but I found that it was easier to do a bomb jump.
Yeah, it's definitely easier to bomb jump over it.
Like there, my arm cannon stopped. That's what I was saying before. There's a phenomenon where your arm cannon gets stuck aiming up or down. Let's try again.
Take 2. With feeling.
Hey, there we go.
Beautiful.
Oh no.
And he got the bomb jump too.
I screen teared in that room.
So the boss fight coming up, Box, he takes exactly 10 missiles to kill. And we have exactly that much.
Oh, I pressed A, I think slightly too early. So to trigger the fight, there's two triggers there. To trigger the shaking or the boss fight. And the shaking is just after the boss fight trigger. Oh, there we go. You know, I've been failing that fight all day, and now I finally get it. Feels good.
That was a very good fight. I'm left with one missile because he opened with the charge beam. It was a very nice spot to use that missile.
Yeah, because normally...
Ooh, these kite hoppers, please.
Because normally I would use charge beam on one of them, and that's scary because you could run into it, and then you're in a whole world of trouble.
Because then you don't have the speed boost to run through the other enemies. We've got some more cutscenes to watch. It wouldn't be a fusion speedrun without cutscenes.
Featuring everyone's favorite guy, Mysterious Bald Man.
Who could he be? We may never know.
Sector 6 is another fun place where Blue X do like 80 something damage.
I don't think they do that much, but they certainly do a lot.
I know it's at least over 80. 82, I think.
I thought it was only like 60 something. But
Nah.
I could be mistaken.
No, they really hurt. You don't want to get hit by blue ice axe. I'm also gonna save again.
If you do get hit by an ice X and there's more than one in the room, it's very easy for multiple to gang up on you and deal a lot of damage. And in this category, kill you instantly. But moving through this area is pretty consistent, so we shouldn't see any faults here.
Take it safe here and land before I
So
transfer.
another really easy E-tank to accidentally pick up right here.
What will I get, chicken? Nope.
Lame.
First bomb was wrong. Now there's another way.
Everyone knows that the best pattern is the blank pattern.
So I'm gonna take the safe skip because the fast skip's not really viable for this category.
Nah, what are you talking about?
Or if you get frozen.
Actually, what are you talking about? It's totally safe. You don't get hit.
Is there save because Mega Rex has the off chance of doing I think 40 damage. And you don't want that.
So yeah, during the Mega X fight, you want to be hit by the satellites that circle around it, and not the core itself, because the core does a lot more damage than the satellites do.
Fun fact, shooting this does nothing.
However, if your charged shots do have a chance if you're close enough to hit the satellites and get rid of them. So the further you are into the fight, the riskier it gets.
Oh, good pass. Where are you?
Oh. No! Okay, that's good.
See, you want
pretty clean core fight.
You want him to stay to the left, but sometimes he goes to the right, and that's what he did. Sometimes he just doesn't get knocked back. He just goes continuing to the right. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. I took that really safe though. Normally I would like jump into it again and take the gamble if I die or not, but I don't want to do that.
Just looking at that fight, it might seem like it's not that big of a deal, but if you try doing that fight on 0%, Mega X moves around really strangely if you're not used to it. And it might seem like he's just not doing anything consistent at all. It is a very difficult fight to do optimally.
Can you not be in the door, thanks? Please don't die.
If he's in the door, you can shoot him and go through it before he hits you.
Yeah, I didn't take that chance.
Nah, take the chance.
So there's a...
What's he gonna do? Kill you?
So that room I would normally store a Shine Spark, but I want to keep the missile. So I'm not gonna do it.
And you want to start conserving your missiles after killing the core for the emergency section coming up.
You see me like stopping for no reason, and picking up missile drops. I mean, if I don't have enough, I'll just refill. Like, I think I'll go as low as 8 before I will start refilling. So we're going to Sector 5. Now get used to Sector 5, you're going to be seeing it a lot. It's our favourite sector. We love it so much that we keep going back to it.
I like to say that someone in the development was very proud of this sector, and he just said, let's go through this sector 3 separate times.
It's the most explored. You go in this sector more times than any other sector.
And everyone else is like, yeah, this sector is awesome. We should go through it 3 times. And because of that, everyone gets confused at least once as to what they're doing in the sector and where to go, when to go there.
Nice shot. Ow. Alright, here's a speed booster that's really annoying. Yep.
If you're not prepared, that waiver can be in the way and you will get hit by him before you have the chance to get speed. And you'll have to run all the way back. You lose about 10 seconds.
Ooh, that's unlucky. There's like a bunch of them stuck to it. I had to get rid of them.
Reverse ice?
No, I can't do it. So it's actually faster to go...
Make Jagger proud! Lame.
This room's really hard to do fast. You gotta do it fast enough so that top guy doesn't shoot. I'm not liking this missile count.
Yeah, that is not the best. Especially considering you're not at full health.
If I'm lucky... No. The ice X was on the right. The left. Alright. I'll try and pick up as many drops as I can from these rooms.
Hmm. Yeah, there's not too many drops that you can even pick up.
Wow, none of them are in my way.
That is unfortunate. Oh my gosh, yeah. They all just avoided you.
I'm just gonna
Not
refill.
today, Samus.
Yeah, I'm gonna refill. Alright.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Alright, everyone, ready? Emergency in Franker-Z.
Rest in peace, Franker-Z.
Refill.
Way to refill.
The muscle memory's like, go left. I'm like, oh, wait. Refill.
Saving before emergency.
Oh, you never know. You get bad stretches. There's one stretchy in particular that stretches out.
Oh right, you can't save during it. That's I forgot that.
Right. 6 minutes? Oh no. I don't think I have enough time. Oh no.
You're definitely cutting it close here. So the emergency section has a lot of nice movement, especially with freezing enemies and jumping on them. We're going to see a lot of missile usage right up until the end.
Yeah, there's some strats here are different as well. Like, I would normally just like tank everything and just waste missiles, but I can't. I have to like conserve it. Like especially this room, I'll normally shoot down twice and kill these stretchies.
Yeah, those two stretchies take 4 missiles to kill total, so you don't want to waste that many in one room.
Steam lock.
When there's much better places to use them.
Oh, I always like that strat where you jump off and shoot down.
It is nice, I took that strat.
Like, I need an easier way up here, and I'm like, there you go. Oh. Stop.
Ooh, not nice, Novas.
I typically don't kill it and just gamble, just to save a bit of time. Instead of wasting time trying to kill it. Ooh. Nice.
Zero beam, nice.
Now, I've been missing this first double a lot lately.
For some reason, this is like the only fight where I cannot get consistent doubles.
Ooh.
Whoa! That does a lot of damage.
Yeah, I used to be consistent and it slowly slipped away.
Mm-hmm.
I just cannot doubles. So now we have the onion ring beam. Because it looks like onion rings.
For the affectionately named Spazer Beam.
So, fun fact, wide beam is the strongest beam in the game. In terms of base damage.
Every beam upgrade after this does not increase the damage from wide beam, but it does change the property.
If I could use it with Nightmare, that would be great. Look at that swag climb.
Very nice.
Don't ever do the climb the way I'm doing it. It is just for swag only. Where like I do a set of precise inputs to shoot that missile up and spin jump.
Yeah, shooting that missile upwards there is a little bit slower, but it does look cool.
That's why I said it's a swag strat.
Yes, I know what you meant.
It's also a swag strat.
That it is.
But it's also, get this, a swag strat.
I'm glad we made that clear, thank you.
Alright.
Now tell it to me in detail.
Well, first you press the button. And then the stuff happens.
My mind is just absolutely blown. I can't even comprehend this.
Alright, now that we're done with Sector 3, we can actually go back to main deck. And go save some animals. Everyone's favorite thing.
So in this game, instead of being nice and letting you leave early, like they do in Super Metroid, the animals just like to take their time grazing in the fields before actually coming out the door to run away. So sometimes they take a lot of time and sometimes they're done being held captive. So hopefully they're tired of being held up and they will leave quickly.
Just remind me not to pick up the items.
Don't pick up the items.
If there's one place I accidentally pick up items, it's always main deck.
The muscle memory is so strong after this one.
Don't look
Because
Scotty.
you just go in a completely different direction.
Don't look Scotty.
Oh no, slow strat, no! You went for the slow strat and you messed it up. I am ashamed of you.
I told you not to look. You look. What animals are we getting today?
Sorry. Alright, don't pick up the item. Go
Hello?
right.
Hello?
Hello.
Taking your time there. But those are the...
They just don't want to leave.
Now this is an example of really bad animals. That was just...
Run to the right. Run to the right.
Those are really, really bad.
Good.
Like, I'll give you an idea. They normally... Like, the fastest animals is when they all come out as soon as the door opens.
They come out and you don't even have the time to put the fanfare item box away before they're all out.
One missile. That's not an issue.
Luckily, I don't think we need any missiles coming up.
Not that I'm aware of. Pretty much just all charge shots. I do need the
I guess
missile
you can use it to get the red X from the slug.
Yeah, that's what I was going to use it for.
Alright, It's also very easy to pick up the item past the main deck elevator. Instead, we just go down it right away.
Scotty, what is your favorite sound in Metroid Fusion?
My favorite sound? Probably the... The soft tones of Ridley's scream.
Mine's the speed booster sound. Wee. Don't need to save. Sector 5, second visit.
Now, are we just saying sound effects?
What's your favorite sound? That is...
I would have to say I'm a big fan of the sound that Nightmare makes when he's flying past the glass.
Barely sub 50 power bomb.
Pretty good. Wait, no it's not. You saved like 7 times. Speaking of which, you should save.
Nah, be fine. This is a pretty chill part.
Yeah. You'll just save at the ship.
Yeah.
Presumably.
I'm gonna save at the end of Sector 5. Spit the roots.
Yes.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, I can actually do this strat.
I guess you didn't need it. What is that damage boost?
I have no idea.
Improv strat. That almost looked like a good strat.
I had to improvise because I realized I have no missiles because I didn't pick up the red egg.
Yeah, be glad they don't do more damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna be saving at the ship, but I'm saving here for a reason. The spitter room. If I get bad patterns, I die. That's what you do. I call it the lottery. Will we win the lottery today?
Might have been a good idea to refill too.
I'm refilling at the ship.
They only do 80 damage, so you can take a hit.
So it makes the
We'll
gamble.
Find out. Or you can just pick up X.
Well, I mean, if I do the room the same way as I do all the time, I should be fine. Because the way I do it tends to give me the best result.
Famous last words.
Famous last.
Every time someone says 100% consistent, it's not gonna happen. Oh, nice. Very nice. Alright, looks good.
I hope that works. Looks sketchy.
Let's see.
It should have worked.
Ooh, no, that definitely worked. That got both of them. I'm fairly certain that as long as you see one of the blocks turn to a power bomb block, then both of them get there. Like there's a couple of frames where they get hit but don't change their view. their tile thing.
So I saved after the text because if I save before, I have to view the text every time. If I save there, I don't have to. I can just keep going. I don't have to listen to Adam talk about nothing.
Alright, so this area is pretty dangerous even before you get to the boss.
Well, here's
just
the first
because
boss.
of all the pirates running around.
We've defeated the energy tank boss.
That's probably the hardest one. If you really want to play that safe, you can just spring ball over it or bomb jump over it.
Alright, upcoming is Yakuza, and need quiet. So I can set this up right. Oh, nice. Not nice. This is the annoying thing about Korok's fights. Low ammo. Okay.
Alright, that was a very nice fight. Yakuza can give you some very awkward patterns to deal with, especially in the second phase where he's just somersaulting all over the place. He can seemingly hit you for no reason, and the gunk that he spits out can get in your way very easily. And everything does a lot of damage.
Now, I'm not gonna
As
say...
per Metroid Fusion standards.
I'm not gonna save just yet, because if I save down at the bottom right, there's all the key hunters in the way, and key hunters insta-kill you.
Saving at the bottom right is just awful.
What? Never seen that happen.
Oh, that was weird. I see you played that safely.
I did.
We gonna see any clips?
Nope.
That's a no. For shame.
For shame.
We recently found a way to make clipping very consistent on the English version, using frozen enemies to get out of bounds.
But clipping doesn't work on Japanese, which is what the primary version I play on, so I haven't really learnt any clips. It's the same method as what I used to skip for. Well,
it's a similar method. But instead of using D-pad inputs to get out, you just kill the enemy that you're standing on and it'll zip you out of the room.
So if you stand to the far right, the left thing doesn't shoot at you, which is nice.
The Nattery fight is pretty straightforward, so not much to talk about here. Just shoot a bunch of charge shots at it and it will go down.
Really?
And again, farming for missile drops here is
And I'm just not getting.
not fun because he can just send you a ton of yellow egg. Which is not what we're looking for, right? Do you know how much damage the plasma beam does to you?
I don't know, but I know it's a lot.
I know wave beam does like 80.
Weep, weep. Oh. That's sort of good and bad.
Yeah, taking damage from that is not the best, but it's still fast.
That's frame perfect too. Like like cancelling the bonk animation is frame perfect because you have to shines back on the first possible frame to actually get knocked back by the enemy. Needs wide view. Alright, chat, you can decide. Will I do YOLO Nightmare Fight or Safe Nightmare Fight?
I think you should do Nightmare Space Boost.
I think Scotty should shut up.
You asked for it. Bye.
Bye. Okay, bye.
Alright, so for the longest time we thought that the Nightmare Space Boost saved like 5 seconds. But after timing it a number of times, we find out that it's only like half a second faster, so it's hardly worth it at all for how inconsistent it is and how difficult it is. Because of how weird broken doors act in this game. Alright, we're seeing a lot of votes for the YOLO strat. Definitely more than the safe. See, a certain someone wants you to do the safe flow strat.
It's the longest shine spot in the game.
That spark itself saves like 20 seconds of walking. It's a very long arc chain.
Good save.
So Nightmare probably has the most erratic movement of any of the bosses. He moves pretty quickly and he has a very large hitbox.
Interestingly, he has no randomness to his movement. It's all like...
It all depends on when you hit him.
It's quiet time. Everyone's favorite time.
We have a $5 donation.
Ooh, hi. Oh, hi. Do you want to, like, fly up? What are you doing, Nightmare? Don't like what you're doing there. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Ooh, no. Ah.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, that's dead. So you're going to be. Oh, by the way, thank you, Daniel, for the $5 donation. Or the 5 bits, rather.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Nightmare can just corner you. He just does that. He'll corner you, and you're dead.
You may notice JRP is holding a charge throughout the fight while Nightmare is moving around, and that's to move through Nightmare's arms. Because if you're doing a pseudo screw through his arms, then you won't get damaged by them.
I'm gonna try YOLO again.
YOLO again? A much better start. Whew.
Wow.
Ooh.
Should be dead. He had one shot left. Kidding me?
Very nice, but it's not over yet.
One drop. Thank you. Oh, and that not work. Hey, we did it. Finally.
Alright.
Second
that's
try,
over.
charm.
Nightmare is pretty much the last major run killer in 0%. Like you might think that the later bosses would be more of run killers because they occur later in the game and they're more powerful. But we have some pretty consistent setups for those bosses. A lot more consistent than Nightmare.
Let's see if I nail the jumping straight into the save station. Ah, close.
Wow, that would have been very impressive.
I did it earlier today.
So we are now in lower sector 4 with the most overpowered fish. You'll die in probably 2 hits.
Oh, baby,
anything.
we did it.
Hole in one?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Hole in one.
That's so smooth.
So that is unbelievably that is way more difficult than it looks. Because your hitbox is barely big enough to fit in the hole.
It is a 2-pixel window.
Do you know a fish can spawn at the top of that room?
Can it really?
Yep. What? I took that last room safe. I was seeing if I could freeze it, and if I didn't freeze it. Oh.
You can also do a clip in one of the earlier rooms to get a shine spark here pretty quickly.
I'll try it once. If I get this, I'll go for it.
Are you doing freaking secret message?
Nah, I'm not gonna do it because of my missile count. I got it first try though.
Oh, that's a good idea. That is a very good idea. Yeah, imagine having to run back and forth from the recharge room. That does not sound like a fun.
Did I save it? Xbox? I doubt it.
I think that would be a good idea. So are you saying instead of saving at the start of Sector 6? You could probably get away with it.
So, we got the fusion missiles right. Fun fact, they're so useless. Because you can beat the game without even firing one of them.
Fun fact, the flakes that come out of a diffusion shot deal 1 damage to certain enemies.
I mean, I could recharge, but I didn't want to waste like a long time trying to. So I'm really bad at doing it going back.
Nah, getting the return shot on secret message is really stupid, and there's no good cues for it.
Yeah, I pretty much just wing it. Just hope I get it.
Yeah, same here. Of course, you could go all the way back around.
That's...
That's really slow, though.
What pat? We get a... Okay. Never mind.
So that is a good question. 0% works because items that we get from bosses, so major upgrades, do not count for the item percentage at the end of the game. Only the item expansions count towards the final count at the end. Another thing is that the game does not intend you to skip the Bob missile tank that we skipped in Sector 3. And you can tell that because there is a special ending for 1%, but not for 0%. For 0%, you just get the standard any percent ending.
I forgot to save. Oh.
Yeah. The same item counting is seen in Samus Returns as well. But in that, you are able to skip some items.
So yeah, this boss fight's really annoying. Yeah, so it's very boring. Just keep doing this, shoot the missiles.
It's pretty similar to the first box fight, except you're shooting things out of the air, and you're spending a lot more time shooting charge shots. Really weak charge shots.
So that fight was way longer because I missed one of the missile shots. Oh, what? Come here. So that's the annoying part, is the X just go the wrong way and you have to go the wrong way. So that was Xbox. It's not a hard boss, but it can be an annoying boss. Easily miss a shot and just waste
all
of time.
Every time you hit him, it takes a lot of damage. Or you take a lot of damage, rather.
So who here likes lag? Do any of you like lag?
I like lag.
Lag. Who doesn't like lag?
I like lag and dance parties. Flashing lights and uninvited guests.
Whoa, we seem to be in one right now.
Oh, we got flashing lights. That's pretty nice already. And there's the unwanted guests and dancing.
This Metroid got in my way.
All of my favorite things in one place.
I had 54 seconds left. I didn't think I was going to make it out alive.
Oh, that was very close. So now we've got some discussion between Samus and the computer. Computer's throwing a fit at Samus because she saw something she wasn't supposed to, and she ruined all of it. And now Samus is throwing a tantrum, and she's just gonna walk away and leave. She doesn't want to talk to the computer anymore. Instead, she's just gonna go out and kill more things.
So now we're back to Sector 1. What's the jump?
Sector 1 looks different. So this is essentially lower Sector 1.
Ooh, wow.
Of note here is the Golden Pirates. If you shoot them and you're facing the same direction as them, then they will take damage. If you're facing in opposite directions, then they will not take damage.
You got that back.
No, I did not. Everyone, turn your volume up. I don't think you may have heard that. The sweet sounds of Ridley. Definitely one of the best sounds in the entire game. Listen to that. Music to my ears.
Can you stop hugging the wall, please?
Ooh, wow. Yeah, that is not a nice pattern.
Double A. Alright, so now we have
So getting double missiles on the core right now is very difficult. Not only because of the cooldown, but because of how fast diffusion missiles move. So now we are On our way to the final bosses. Going back around through Sector 1 and up to the navigation room.
Normally I'll just run through this room, but I don't want to just to save some health.
Yeah, running along the ground is a lot faster than space jumping through it. Climbing that room and jumping off of every single platform individually is a little bit faster than space jumping up optimally.
Yeah, because every time you jump, you get more vertical height. Vertical speed's a lot faster. Nice sound. Just one thing I love to do in this game is interrupt the speed boost the sound as it starts, and it sounds really weird.
You can get some really strange effects when you interrupt the speed booster.
Who here likes text? Good, enjoy it.
I do.
No, I haven't read this text in a
Your
while.
resident sleepers in chat now.
I haven't read this text in a while. I think Samus was complaining about her burger being too cold from McDonald's.
I think they put mustard on it when she didn't ask for it.
How could they?
It's very rude. They should probably fire that.
Open the hatch. Adam? Who is Adam? Friend of mine.
Samus has friends?
I think so.
Even Adam is pretty doubtful of that.
Spoiler, the computer is Adam.
Alright, so now we have to go up and file a complaint for our bad burgers. Tell them that we didn't like it and we're never coming back again.
Remind me to save, too. What?
I will.
Elevators are broken.
It's time to dismantle the establishment.
Gonna save the game.
Remember to save.
Save.
Save the game.
We did it. I can't
Fun
believe I
fact,
managed to do
if you didn't save here, you could clip out of the sax fight into the save room by freezing the sax in a very specific spot and clipping through the door.
I could try that. Be easier
Do
save.
not. It is not safe at all.
Alright.
You have to get him to like jump up into the ceiling and drop down in a standing pose. And then freeze it midair.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He was standing. Bad hitbox and stuff.
It doesn't make a difference. His hitbox is this. Excuse me, is the same size no matter what. All hitboxes are squares.
I missed the double one. Yeah, I did.
Going for doubles on 0% is a very risky strat.
But you
Because if you get hit by the ice beam, you die.
It doesn't happen often because you get hit by the core X before it shoots the ice beam.
That's true, but it's still a risk.
Oops. Do you people remember spending like ages trying to kill this boss?
Yeah.
Well, if you freeze it, so the way the SX works is, it normally only takes one shot. Like, 1 frame of damage before it stops taking damage. But if you freeze it, it will take damage for every single time the beam, for every single frame the enemy, the beam's inside the enemy, right? So you can just keep damaging it. One shot.
Rip zigzag swag. It's like we're cutting it really close to estimate here. We're gonna get the low height here.
Nope.
Lame.
Did it too late.
Pogo?
Yeah, I'm gonna do Pogo with 13 health. That's the smart thing to do.
Well, fun fact, no matter what health value you're at, even if you're at 1 health, you will be set to 1 health. Took me forever to find a way to test 1 health.
2 minutes to destination.
Oh.
Nice jump.
What? Excuse me?
Excuse you?
So yeah, that's a
Rude.
thing. That's a thing, is like, I'm gonna stop taking damage. And die.
Gotta do the up strat. Confirmed better for 0%.
Actually, I don't understand what stops it from taking damage. It's just that sometimes I lose it.
It's just the positioning. That's all there is to it. Like, your beam isn't going all the way through it. So if you didn't catch the first time, here's the sax fight again. Oh, nice triple double.
See, I know what I'm doing.
Are you sure?
No.
Propulsion sequence activated. Destination planet.
Because generally, if I hear beeping, I don't think that the person knows what they're doing. Like, I thought people who were good at the game weren't supposed to get hit.
I'm considering taking a Mega Metroid that's safer this time. Just so I don't die again. You reckon?
I reckon.
Yeah.
Reckon that you shouldn't wuss out.
Wow. That was way off.
That was nowhere near to a low high.
Dog's going off. Right, just for you, Scotty.
2 minutes to destination.
Oh, I almost lost it too. GG. We did it.
See, easy every time. No way you can mess that up. That is that.
And that is
Finishing
0.
with a final time of 1:29:01.
Not bad, it's only 10 minutes off my PB. But then again, my PB's definitely.
Good for a marathon setting, and your PB didn't die.
The wisdom of Adam Malkovich continued to serve even after death.
Everyone give it up for JRP for a nice Fusion 0% run. What do you think your final time is?
52.
52? I don't know, that's a bit high.
Sounds about right. Could be lower because I did the safe strat on Nightmare. No, I did the fast strat on Nightmare.
No, you did fast strat. You did fast strat on everything.
The ship can only be started manually. Yet before I faced the Mega Metroid, the ship moved on its own.
Terrifying, isn't it?
They lent me a hand. There's the animals. Everyone's favorite animals. So what's up next?
Let's see. I'm
Spooky
glad
mission.
you asked.
Spooky mission by Mandatory. It is a ROM hack of Zero mission, but be warned, it may be too spooky for you.
I heard Spooky Mission is a very good ROM hack.
It's good, yes.
And it seems fairly lengthy too, at 40 minutes. So yes, be sure to stick around for that. Toby is a pretty good runner. Don't know who has the world record in that category, but I can assure you that Toby is pretty well up there. And he is indeed first place.
Alright, here we go. The end screen. Everyone guess what the in-game time is going to be. Do it.
51.
52. I'd laugh if it's a 49. That'd be funny. Clear time. 50.
50? This game is broken.
There you go, 0%.
Confirmed. Did not pick up anything accidentally.
I like how I'm 10 minutes slower than my PB, but I'm only 2 minutes slower in-game time. I don't even know if it's a high or low 50.
Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot check on console what the seconds are like you can in Prime or on emulator. But anyway, that has been Fusion 0%.